Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. S. Manasa, Assistant Professor, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Dundigal. Today, I'm going to talk about the factors affecting the gender discrimination. So, as we were studying the different factors that are affecting the different types of gender inequalities, that can be inequality in family and natality inequality, professional or the employment inequality, and ownership inequality. So, today we will continue this topic. Having the next one is household inequality. So coming to the household inequality, it is quite common in many society to take for it granted that while men will naturally work outside the home, and women could do it if and only if they could combine it with various inescapable and unequally shared household duties. So this means that men are naturally allotted for the working outside the home to gain a profitable amount, whereas a woman will go outside for a work only when she will balance both the household things, and she has to go for the work. So it is only when if she could combine it with various inescapable and unequally shared household use. So she had to do both household things and the outside work as like a man. So this is what happens at home every day. That is the woman should have the all completed, means the work which has to be done at a home should be completed, and then she should start going for the work. So she will balance both the household and the professional work. This is sometimes called a division of labor. The woman could forgive and seeing it as a accumulation of the labor. So this means that though it is said like a division of labor, but the actual thing what is happening is accumulation of the labor. So that is what both household and the professional work she has to carry out. That is a burden or the overloaded work the actual woman is carrying out. The reach of this inequality includes not only unequal relations within the family, but also derivative inequalities in employment and recognition in the outside of the world. So, though the woman is carrying out both overloaded work, but she is treated less important. She is treated less important than the men. Though she is taking care of the family and going for the professional work, there is an inequality in the employment and also in the society, and unrecognition. She is not recognized as much as the men is recognized. So this is the inequality generating from the household that is happening at the home. Also, the established fixity of this type of division or accumulation of labor can also have far reaching effects on the knowledge and understanding of different types of the work in the professional circle. So, because of that, people will understand about the capacity of the woman in a different way, thinking that she is less important, or there is a less importance for the woman, though she carries out both. So because of that, what is happening is far reaching effects on the knowledge. Someone is unable to gain as much as the knowledge because she is dumped with the so many things, and she has to be handled so many types of works, and understanding different types of the work in the professional circles. Then we will come to the topic gender discrimination in Indian society. So in our India, how this is happening and where it is happening, we will see. In India, discriminatory attitude towards men and women have existed for almost so many generations and affect the lives of both genders. So this kind of discrimination or the inequality of gender is happening in the India. It is from very long, from the over the generation it is carried out. Though we are moving towards the developed and we are getting educated, but still this concept of discrimination or seeing one equal high and one is low is still carried forward throughout the generations. Although Constitution of India has granted men and women equal rights, gender disparity still remains. In to be frank, there is no equality in case of gender. So there is always a up and down. So that is the inequality or the disparity is still remaining. Though there are laws and rules, stays and people are getting educated and moving for the towards the developed country, but still we are in the um, disparity, having the discrimination between the genders. Then what is this gender discrimination is doing? Gender discrimination violates human rights. So it is violating the human right. There are mostly seen in these are mostly seen in the family, land sharing among sisters and brothers. So we all know, like when a father has both a girl child and a boy child, means male and female children, then the discrimination comes between the female and the male, like how the land should be distributed to their family members or their children. So always it is there, like a son is going to have the properties of the father but not the girls. Though the rules or the constitution or the rules have said, but the major of the things are happening in the society like that. Only son is taking the properties of the father or the paternal assets. So every day, women girls around the world face violence and discrimination. In 1 in 3 women experience either physical or sexual violence in their lifetime, regardless of the age, background, or the country. So, and every country in the world has laws that treat women and a girl as a second class citizen. So this is where the the discrimination or the violence is not completely evaluated or treated out. So everywhere it is happening, though whichever how much ever the developed country. So every girl 1 in 3 is facing either physical violence or sexual violence. Sexual exploitation or the violence, harmful cultural practices, and the systematic inequalities violate their human right and prevent them from reaching their potential. So these are the things in the society that are stopping a girl, child, or a woman to not to achieve her goal, or they it is like she herself is sometimes unable to, though she has a potential to do something, she herself is stopping to go outside or to do something of her capability or the choice. So these are the things we see very regularly, very often in the society, but couldn't able to eradicate them completely from our society. So where are these discriminations are arising? So there are different factors in the society where we will spend much time. So everywhere we go, maybe in the family or the schools or the workplace or in the relations, wherever it is. So in the workplace, what kind of discrimination is happening? So either the people at the workplace are deciding not to hire or promote someone, or treating employees differently. So this is what happening everywhere in the workplace. So every girl faces these kind of problems when she goes for the work, or paying them less based on their gender or law are all examples of the workplace discrimination. Though men and women are allowed to carry the work equally, but woman is treated low because and she is paid less. Or when it comes to the concept, the topic of promotion, that time again the like promotion is given to the when men and women are in the equal competition, then they are selectively giving the promotion or the higher position to the men and discriminating women. This is what happening. And next one is in schools. So this is a place where most of the children will spend their much time um, in their childhood. So, what is happening in the school? Preventing or discouraging girls and young women from participating in traditionally male dominated fields such as science, math, and sports. This is what is happening. So, this is the example of gender discrimination. So, when we allow our children to go to school, there the discrimination has started, saying that you being girl do not involve into this kind of sports, or like you are not in a position to do this kind of some experiment in the science, or you are unable to do something. So they are limited to only particular things. So though the education is given equally to both of us, both of them, but only one particular things are allowed to do for girl, and not allowed to do the all the availabilities or the chances she has. So this is the point where the discrimination is started. So children being having the tender, very tender age, very um, the tender minds, they start having this kind of discouragement at the very low level of their growth. Schools may also enforce the gendered dress codes, and then punish those who not conform to the gender norms, or fail to punish bad behaviors on this on the basis that boys will be boys only. Like you, though he's done some mistake, and saying like okay, he's a boy, he can do like that. So this is what extra freedom is given to some gender, and the other gender is treated very low. Then discrimination can happen in the public places. So the most kind of problem that every girl faces is sexual harassment or catcalling or unwanted. So that is happening everywhere in the society, and they are forms of discrimination. These behaviors can make people feel unsafe, and they can restrict how people use public spaces. So the every girl child feels very unsafe when she's stepped out of the home, and then she'll be in a fear that what may be happening to me. So everywhere she goes, and she will be in a fear that this may not be a safe place to me, or what may happen to me. Though this is what have in the minds of the woman. So this limits person's freedom to do something. So though they thought of doing something and then feel that it is a very unsafe place, and then stop going that there, and then though they have something to do, then will be stop there to not to go and do their work. And the other factor is in the institution. What discriminations in the institutions, organizations, governments, and the legal healthcare systems can enact policies that discriminate against certain gender, either internationally or unintentionally or unintentionally. So this is what happening. So they have some unintentional, sometimes it may be unintentional also. They have the policies which discriminate about the genders. So this is what happens in the institutions or the organizations. And coming to the discrimination in relationships, so people who prevent their partner from doing things on the basis of gender also acting a discriminatory way, saying that in relationships also, you being lady shouldn't go out or do something, and your husband will bring, or the boy in your family will bring whatever things you want, but you are not allowed to go out. So this is what the elders or the people who are there in the family or the relations, they will suggest you. So from there they start discriminating you, like you being girl don't do this, and you being woman not allowed to go here and there. And this is what they are teaching to the younger generations, the elders. This might include stopping women from work. So this is the main thing that is happening. All the elders will be saying like, why there is a need for you to go out and earn money? You take care of the children. The male person or the husband will go and bring your, they work and they bring the salary. Then you both have the family adjustment, but not allow the woman to go out, though she is willing to do. So this is what happens in the many family or the relationships. Then so this is what both have to manage the money and the driving. So it is like, you being lady do not do this and he will do, you take care of this, he will take care of. So this is what they tell to the younger generations or the children. So we have studied what are the discriminations happening. So what will happen because of this discrimination, that we have to, this is a main important thing that we have to consider. Because a lot of things that you face in the society, at home, institution, workplace, everywhere, then what is the result of this? That is what effect of gender discrimination. What are the things people will be feeling? Depression, anxiety, and post traumatic stress disorder, and then eating disorder, illness, and they feel low self esteem. Then they have the poor health, and it may lead to sometimes the death or the suicide. This is what the things that are happening when she's facing so many things in the society, home, workplace, everywhere. So it is found out that women are also 1.5 times more likely attempt suicide than the men. So let us see this, how much the higher ratio of the women who are attempting the suicide because of this issues in sociological discrimination are the factors that weakening the mind of a woman.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.